It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Michael Thomas. He was highly productive in last week's game, nearly reaching 170 yards. It's the Saints and the Panthers on Sunday night.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup. They have a tremendous aerial attack, one of the best in the league. But they're going to face a stiff test here.
I don't think that they'll face a tougher test all season long because this is the #1 defense in the NFL. A team that puts a lot of pressure on a quarterback. And we know from talking to both of these teams, neither of them's going to back down from this challenge.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. It's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. Boy, shifts past him. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Winston over the middle, and it's incomplete. Try to get that one to Chris Olave, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jameis to throw it. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Winston to give, it's Kamara. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Winston now. He completes it to Olave. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Got his, and he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Panthers. There he goes, left side, the 20. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints offense and Jameis Winston heading back out again. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their own 21. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Here's Corral on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The 1st down throw here for Corral. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that time and change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting addled.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Josh Allen, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And despite the big lead, they really did next to nothing throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage. We'll see how aggressive they want to be going forward. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Steps away. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Switching it up, Corral will throw here. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Corral, quick slant, caught by Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. Corral sets up play action. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And Corral will throw it. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Winston. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On third down, Winston.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10.
Again, he finds Moore.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Corral with it, 1st down here.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. From the 22, Winston.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it, changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys is being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Corral with it on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. On 3rd and 1, Corral. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First down, Winston. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because the game within the game. Let's go.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. He's got the first down and more than that. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute... And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Panthers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.